Hello friends, we are going to study chapter coordination compounds. So in this video we will study VBT theory according to the coordination compound. In last video we have studied basic terms in coordination compound and nomenclature system of coordination compound. So first of all, here we are going to start topic first, factors affecting stability of complexes. Coordination compounds are stable and its factors affecting are first, charge to size ratio of the metal ion. When the charge to size ratio of metal ion is greater, then the complexes formed by that metal are stable. So less the ratio, less stability of that complexes. Second is the nature of ligand. So if the ligand easily donates electron to form coordinate bond in between central metal ion and ligand, then the bond becomes strong and easily the compound form. And the ligands which are basic in nature, they are giving more stable complexes. So in this way, these 2 points governs the stability of complexes. Now the important point is valence bond theory, VBT. Here we will study the coordination bonding in the coordination compound by using valence bond theory. Valence bond theory is based on hybridization theory. So there are some basic points are there. One by one we will study. Number 1, metal ion provides vacant d orbitals for the formation of coordinate bond with ligand. Means the metal which are having d orbitals can form coordinate bond. Second, the vacant d orbitals along with s and p orbitals of metal ion can take part in hybridization. Third point, the number of vacant hybrid orbitals formed is equal to the number of ligands donor atom surrounding the metal ion, which is equals to the coordination number of metal. Fourth point, overlap between vacant hybrid orbital of metal and filled orbital of the ligand leads to the formation of metal ligand coordinate bond. The hybrid orbitals used by the metal ion point in the direction of ligand. Next point is the n-1d orbital or nd orbitals used in hybridization allows the complexes which are classified as the outer orbital complexes and inner orbital complexes. When n-1d orbital used, then we are getting inner orbital complexes, and when nd orbitals are used, we are getting outer orbital complexes. So in this way, these points are useful to understand the hybridization and the bonding in between metal and ligand in a coordination compound. So these points can be explained by using following examples. See, first of all we will study octahedral complexes, means coordination compound having ligand C or coordination number 6. So we will study octahedral complex number 1, CONH3 by 6 3 plus. It is a low spin complexes. Now here the central metal ion is cobalt with oxidation state +3 and ligand is ammonia. Now see valence shell electronic configuration of cobalt. Its configuration is 3d6 4s 0 4p0. So here only 4 orbitals are vacant, and for octahedral complexes, means for coordination number 6 we need 6 vacant orbital. So here electrons pairing takes place, means the d electron in a 3d orbital get paired up to give a configuration as follows. See in the diagram, 3d electrons get paired up and we are getting again 2 vacant orbitals. In this way we are getting 2 d orbitals, 1 4s orbital and 3 p orbitals. Totally 6 orbitals are vacant. Now in next diagram you can see these 6 orbitals get hybridized to give d2sp3 hybridization. Here n-1d orbital is participating in hybridization, so it is giving us inner orbital complexes and it is a low spin complex. Now these 6 vacant orbital get overlap with ligand ammonia. Here the ammonia molecule donates its electron to form a ligand to metal coordinate bond. So in diagram you can see this 6 orbital hybrid orbital get overlap with NH3 orbital, and this pink color electron shows coordinate bond. So here in this way cobalt get bonded with 6 ligand to give us complex. Here all the orbitals are paired up, means electrons are present in pair, so the complex is diamagnetic. Next example of octahedral complex is COF6 negative. It is a high spin complex. Here central metal ion is cobalt. Its oxidation state is +3. Now see electronic configuration 3d6 4s0 4p0. As here ligand is fluorine ion, means F negative, so it is a high spin complex, and during high spin complex electron pairing does not take place. So the hybridization takes place by next d orbital, means 4d orbital. Its configuration becomes like this: 3d 6 4s0 4p0 4d0. So this 4s 4p and 4d from d two orbitals combine for a hybridization, means one s orbital 3p orbital and two 4d orbital hybridize to give sp3d2 hybridization. As we know that here high spin complex is there, so the nd orbital get hybridized and we will get here outer orbital complexes. Now here 6 orbitals are vacant from hybridization. These 6 vacant hybrid orbital get overlap with ligand, means F negative, to gives us coordinate bond. In the diagram you can see this pink color electron show overlapping of hybrid orbital and forming coordination bond with ammonia ligand, fluorine ligand. So here cobalt get bonded with 6 fluorine ion to gives us COF6 negative complex. In this configuration all the electrons are given in bond are pink color are paired up, but in a 3d orbital there are 4 unpaired electrons, which leads to the paramagnetism of the compound. Now we will study tetrahedral complexes. Tetrahedral complexes means having coordination number 4. Here the example is NiCl4 2 negative. Here central metal ion is nickel. Its oxidation state is 2 plus. See valence shell configuration 3d8 4s0 4p0. The number of ligands are 4. Therefore we need 4 vacant metal ion orbitals. Now here 4 atomic orbitals 4s and 4p are present, which are get hybridized. sp3 hybridization takes place. So here 4s and 3p orbital get overlap to form sp3 hybridization. These 4 sp3 hybrid orbital get overlap with chlorine orbital to form NiCl coordinate bond. After bond formation, the electron configuration becomes 3d8 4s sp3 4 having paired up electron. Here all the hybrid orbital get paired up with electron, but d orbital have 2 unpaired electron, due to which NiCl4 2 negative complex is paramagnetic in nature. Next example is of square planar complex NiCN4 2 negative. Here also central metal ion is nickel with oxidation state +2. Its configuration is 3d8 4s0 4p0. The number of 4 ligands giving coordination bond. So we need 4 vacant orbital. Here the complex is square planar, so Ni2 plus ion uses dsp2 hybrid orbital, means Cn negative gives low spin, due to which electron pairs takes place. Hence d electrons get paired up to give us 3d pair up electron with one vacant d orbital. So in this way one d orbital, one 4s orbital and 2 p orbital from 4p get hybridized to gives us dsp2 hybridization. So in this way we are getting 4 hybrid orbital which get overlap with atomic orbital of cyanide group to form coordinate bond in between nickel and cyanide group and gives a configuration like 3D pair of electron with a 2 electron and hybrid orbital having pair of electron. So in this way, the complex has no unpaired electron present. Hence, the NiCN4 2 negative complex is diamagnetic in nature. Some limitations of VBT are there. Number 1, it does not explain the high spin or low spin nature of the complexes. Means strong and weak field nature of ligand is not distinguished by VBT. Second is, it does not provide any explanation for the color of coordination compound. Some coordination compound have different color, but the reason behind this is not explained by VBT. The structure of complexes predicted by VBT not always match necessarily which are determined by experiment. Means experimentally their structures are different and VBT predicting different structure. So this is about VBT of coordination compound. Now see applications of coordination compound. Coordination compounds are important compound. They have some importance in biology. Means first application is in biology. Several biological important natural compounds are metal complexes. They play important role in the number of processes occurring in plants and animals. For example, chlorophyll present in plant is a complex made up of magnesium metal. Hemoglobin present in blood is a complex of iron. So these are chlorophyll and hemoglobin, both are the coordination compound. Second application is in medicine. Platinum complexes, cisplatin is used in the treatment of cancer. Means the complex coordination compound made up of platinum is useful for the treatment of cancer. EDTA, it is also complex compound which is used for the treatment of lead poisoning. Next application is to estimate hardness of water. When water consists of calcium and magnesium ion, it is considered as a hard water. So to estimate the hardness present in water, we are using ligand EDTA. This EDTA ligand, when mixed with hard water, it forms stable complexes with calcium and magnesium, and in this way we can estimate the hardness present in water. Last application is in electroplating. Electroplating means it is the process of applying a metal coating on another piece of metal. Means some metals are oxidizing, some metals are getting rust. So to prevent the wastage of metals, we are doing electroplating on that metals. So some coordination compounds or complex compounds are useful for electroplating. The metals atom from the coordination compound tends to form a protective layer on the surface. So certain complexes like KAgCN2, KAuCN2 have an application for electroplating for some noble metals. So in this way we have studied the coordination compound, and here some important points of and applications of coordination compounds are completed. Thank you.